Hi, Gemini, and welcome to your August love reading. So, I have shuffled your deck, I've pulled your cards. I've got some cards for past, present, and future, as well as a card for your person, a card for you. Also, remember time is fluid, so some of the things I talk about may have already happened or may be on their way to happen. So, just apply it however it fits. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords reversed, Two of Cups reversed. Oh no. Okay, Nine of Wands reversed. All right, so Gemini, it looks to me like there's been a situation in your life where the person that you were interested in ended up committing to someone else. And because of this, it looks like you've had to build your life the way you want it without this person. I think that what's interesting to me, what I'm seeing here, is that you know this person well enough to know that they're not really into whoever they're with, but it's almost like this energy of them wanting to show you that they weren't devastated or destroyed by things not working out with you. For some of you, this person actually did try to reconcile with you, is what this looks like, and you said no, but that's because you wanted this person to be a better version of themselves, or maybe like work on some things first. And so it's almost like you set the boundary of like, no, I don't want to be with you. um and you were hoping that that would make this person be alone so that they could figure out themselves or figure out what they needed to do to be a better partner. And instead they took it almost as like a challenge to find someone to be with, to show you that they didn't care if you wanted them or not, is what this is looking like. So this person might have actually jumped into something very quickly, or you see them out with people a lot, because there's an energy here of them trying to show you that they have options. For you though, I feel like it's almost like when you told this person that you didn't want to be with them, or that you weren't willing to reconcile with them way back here. Could have been, 6 months ago, could have been a whole year ago or longer, right? It's almost like you knew that you were taking a gamble, because I think you know this person well enough to know that they are severely avoidant. So they didn't want to stay in the hurt. They didn't want to have to look at themselves. And so you knew that them doing this could have been a thing, right? You were aware of how this person moves. But I think more than anything, you were just trying to do what was best for yourself, what was healthiest for you. And in telling this person, like, I don't want to reconcile with you, you felt like it could go either way, right? So this is probably something you've been doing for a while, I feel like. Because you've kind of gotten to know this person well enough to know how they move. I feel like you are in a space, or have been in a space, of just, like I said, trying to build a life for yourself. You don't want to be stuck, right? You know that in not accepting this person back, you were risking losing them to someone else or something else, but you felt like it was the best choice for you. And as I'm looking at these last two cards, it's almost like you've built everything you can build, or you're very like focused on what you need to do, but you're not allowing love into your life at this time, because there's still something about this person where you're trying to figure out, have they really moved on? Can they change? Will they change? It's like there's something that you're waiting to see from this person, whether it's that this is really over, or that they actually want to try again. So it's kind of a weird message, because it feels like this was self inflicted. It feels like this is something that you chose for yourself to not be with them, but you're not closing the door on this, because it's like you're still trying to figure out, will they grow from this experience? What will their takeaway be? And so there's kind of this energy of, I don't want to say that you're waiting, because I'm seeing that you're taking action in other areas of your life, but You're getting to a place where if they don't do something soon, you will take that as an answer, or you will take that as your evidence of why you made the right decision. I know you feel like you made the right decision already, but it's just like it'll just solidify that in your mind, and you will move forward, right? You'll move forward in the love area of your life. As far as your past, you got the Page of Cups in the reverse. So it feels like up until this point, this person has not shown you a reason why you should change your decision, right? Or you should consider them as a viable candidate for a relationship. I feel like this is affecting you in the way of you having to be very realistic about the time that's passed and the amount of effort or change that you've seen. You know, there's something here. It could be like the anniversary of when you let this person go. Could be that you're reaching a milestone in your life where it's like, okay, I always thought I'd be married by now, or I thought I'd be a parent by now. There's something here where it's almost like you're measuring this person's growth in comparison to where you thought you would be in a relationship or where you want to be in a relationship, and trying to decide if, based on what you've seen from this person, are they in a space to even remotely give you whatever that is that you've like kind of set that goal for yourself, right? This person is running out of time is what this looks like to me. I think this person is also picking up on the fact that they're running out of time, because when I pull a card for them, they're coming through with justice. You're coming through with Five of Pentacles in reverse. What's interesting to me is I feel like as August moves on, this person is trying to be a part of your life or be kind of like a stable pillar in your life. So let's take a look at that. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. So for some of you, this person really is trying to show up for you. And it could be because they're picking up on the fact that you're done. It could be because they're seeing that you're not budging. Maybe this has been like the longest time that you've never spoken to this person, or that you haven't made an effort to check on them or see what's going on with them. I also feel like, though, this person could still be with someone else. So that's kind of weird. Let's get some more information on that. Okay. So it feels like the relationship that this person could be in is coming to a close. I want to know why. I feel like whoever you're dealing with is unhappy where they've been. But let's see why this is ending. Okay, the person you're dealing with wants something new for themselves. So, you know, back when I was looking at this storyline in the back of the deck, it's almost like this person ended up with a partner that's very similar to the kinds of partners that they're always with. So even though you're not necessarily a new person in this person's life, I feel like you would be kind of that breath of fresh air because you're so different from what they're used to, right? I think this person has a tendency to date like really toxic people or people that they just are not compatible with. This is interesting because it feels like this person is telling you, or will be telling you this month, that they want to do better, right? They feel like a failure. They feel like you've left. There's a lot of revelations if you're willing to have the conversations. The difficult part, though, is that I think it's what this person did in the aftermath of you not wanting to be with them that's going to cause you a lot of pause, or not frustration, but it's almost like if everything you're saying now is true, then why was it so easy for you to go over here to be with this person or to do this thing instead of just get your life together, right? I feel like in some ways this could be your previous partner coming full circle because they needed to experience, themselves. It almost feels like whoever they've been with has shown them a lot about who they are. Like this person dated someone who shows up for them the way that they used to show up for you. And it wasn't until they had to do that, live that they started to really understand where you were coming from. So in some ways it's good, right? That they went off and did something else because it showed them more about what they put you through, right? Let's get some more cards. Okay. So the person that's coming through in this reading is kind of in a weird situation because whoever that they're like dealing with, it looks like it could be a karmic situation. That person is making their life really hard. They could also be like saying that they're pregnant or saying that something along the lines of like you're gonna be a father. They could even be like lying about paternity this month, or in the past this was a thing. There's something about the person that they're dealing with that's trying to keep them from moving forward, right? It's almost like even if you leave me, you're still never going to leave me. So they could maybe either like, oh, I don't know, racking up a bunch of debt in that person's name. They're doing something to try to destroy them from being able to be somewhere else. It's very much the energy of like, if I can't have you, no one can. And so I think it's weird because your person actually does want to come towards you, but they're going to be showing up in a really flaky way simply because they're still navigating whatever this strange commitment is that they're in or that they're getting out of. Maybe they have a kid's mom or dad that's like super toxic. It's almost like this person, maybe even if they've been separated for a long time, they don't care if the person's single, but as soon as your person is like interested in you, it's a problem, right? There's something here about it's weird. It's like whoever they have in their life, for some reason, you really piss this person off. I don't know why, but this person just does not want to see like your person could deal with anybody else, but for some reason when they deal with you, it's like all hell breaks loose and it's like, oh, but you're not paying child support and you're a bad dad, or you're a horrible mom. And it's like, wait, a week ago you didn't care, or last year when I was dating Angela, it wasn't a problem, right? It's like whenever this person comes towards you, all these factors in their life, these people in their life, it could be multiple people, it could be family, could be an ex that just doesn't like you. I'm not sure. For each of you, it could be something different, but it's almost like that's a big part of why you and this person never worked out, was because of their environment or whoever that person is. It could be one person, it could be many people. They would literally have to choose between you and that situation, right? It's almost like they wouldn't be able to see their kids as much, or they wouldn't be able to come home for the holidays, or they lose all their friends. There's something here where even though your love interest is now wanting to show up or show you that they understand what they put you through and they want to make amends, they would have to completely change their environment, their friend group. They'd have to cut off family members. It's like they would have to dig deep to figure out how are they going to navigate the future. What does that look like? Who gets to stay? Who gets to go? Because if I was with Gemini, there's just certain people that are going to make my life so hard, right? And because they're dealing with that situation this month, they're not going to be consistent, right? They start really strong. They are doing the thing. It looks like you're kind of getting evidence of like, wow, okay, maybe this person really is turning the corner. Old feelings feel like they're coming back. And then it's almost like they start flaking out or not replying, not responding. it's like they take a huge step back, right? And I think it's because this person is having to make such a difficult decision for them. What's interesting to me about your person is that they've always chosen whatever the other thing was over you, but it's never made them happy, right? And so now they're coming to this like crossroads where it's like, okay, I keep doing the thing, I keep being loyal to these crusty, trashy people or whoever, right? And they don't show up for me and they're not good to me and I'm never happy. I never feel the way I do with Gemini when I'm with these people over here, right? But how do I separate my life from what I know? And does Gemini even want me in their life? And I think for some reason that scares this person. They feel like they've messed up too many times. They feel like you may not want them back. And there's something about this person still learning how to stand on their own 2 feet, right? They haven't found like their personal strength to know that even if they left these people just off the strength of the fact that they're toxic or horrible and you didn't want to be with them, they don't know that they'd be okay, right? They're still learning who they are outside of these very toxic situations. It seems like if they're not talking to these people, they can talk to you. If they're not talking to you, they always have these people. You get what I'm saying? But like this person is terrified of the idea of not having you or these people. So they kind of want a sure thing, but they also know that that just can't be, right? They're going to have to make a choice. And that's weighing very heavy on your person this month. They're trying to figure it out. I'm not saying hold up your life for this, but I do feel like this person is in the space of doing something that you've never seen before. And it's coming from a genuine place. The hard part is they just don't have the like footing to maintain that kind of consistency at this time. Okay. Let's see what's up with your future. King of Wands in the reverse. So I think you're going to get frustrated because what this person is doing, where they're like showing up, and 1 minute they seem like they're very much there, then they become quiet because they're attending to this, but they're not communicating that to you. And I think they're not communicating it to you because they feel like you would stop talking to them if they were transparent about how messy their situation is over here, right? Because to you, you just don't get it. Like, this isn't that hard. I cut you off and I love you. And, why can't you cut off people that don't have your best interests in mind? Like, I think this person kind of doesn't want to hear what you have to say about it simply because you're just very realistic. Like, you will give them a talking to, like, you got to do what's best for you. You're holding on to these toxic ass people. Like, it's time for you to grow up, right? They know what you're going to say. I think this has been a source of contention between the two of you for a while. So they don't want to tell you that this is something that they're still struggling with, but they also don't want to tell you because they don't want you to think that they're not changing or growing up. Like, this situation is almost a source of embarrassment for them at this point in their life, because it doesn't resonate with who they want to be anymore, but they're having a really hard time figuring out what to do with it, right? They feel very, very trapped in this. And I don't know exactly what the situation is for each of you. It could be something different, but they feel completely stuck. And what's interesting is they don't feel like they can be their best self wherever they are. So now they've gotten into a space where they're starting to see their own potential. And they feel like wherever they are, they will never live up to their full potential. They'll never be able to be like the best version of themselves and create the life they want for themselves, because they're starting to see that the people in their lives are unscrupulous. They don't have morals. They're unfair. They're unjust. They're untrustworthy. And they also don't really want good things for the person that is coming through in this reading, right? As far as you go, I think you're going to take a step back from this in the month of August, simply because you are already at that point of like, show me something or I'm just done. I'm going to do something else. And so when this person comes harder and they are making you feel like this could be a thing, and then it seems like they separate, themselves from you, or they stop showing interest, it'll frustrate you in a way that makes you feel like you have to put your happiness over a reconciliation with them. It'll make you feel as though this person is doing what they always do, when in reality, they're not. It just looks the same. Okay. So kind of weird because it looks like what it always is, but it's something different. I do feel like you're going to end up getting an explanation around what is going on with this person. But what's interesting to me is they don't want to talk to you about it until they figured it out. They don't want to tell you what's going on, and they don't want to put you in it, which is actually nice. But the hard part is you're going to take that as needing to do something else. Also, I just want to be transparent. For some of you, if this person has been dealing with someone else, it's possible that they're getting news of a pregnancy and they're trying to figure out, like, man, I didn't realize when I was talking to Gemini that now this person is pregnant. How do I navigate this? How can I still have what I want with Gemini and have this situation? And for some of you, that's a total deal breaker, right? Because you're like, I'm not, like, you were supposed to fix your life. Now you created this whole new life that, is not even with me. This is somebody else that you have to deal with for all this time. For some of you, that's going to be a deal breaker. But I do see this person explaining eventually to you what happened, why they took a step back, but they also feel like you may not forgive them for what they have to tell you. You might not want them around, right? So it could be kind of a big thing, it could even just be as simple as like maybe they proposed to this karmic person, or they renewed their lease, or they made some kind of commitment to this person that now they can't get out of as quickly as they would like, right? There's something here where they just feel stuck, they feel trapped, and they don't want to involve you, because they feel like they're on such thin ice with you. But I just think whatever this is, it's like, how are you going to get past this, right? Is this just going to cause more frustration for you? Let's get some more cards about that. So as far as your advice, you're not being advised to help this person figure this out. You're not being advised to take it personally when they disappear, okay? Because they will. They're going to take some time to try to figure out whatever it is they need to figure out. What you're being advised to do is to, I don't want to say leave the door open, but this person will come back to you with an explanation. Your job is to not assume the role of being someone that's like helping or fixing the problem, simply because if you want this person to be an emperor full time, you have to treat them like an adult full time, right? You have to let this person rise to the occasion and solve their problems on their own, and then prove to you that they are what you need, right? If you give them like little helpful hints and tips and support when they haven't earned it, it's only going to actually push this person away, because deep down it'll make them feel like you don't believe in them or you're like patronizing them. Like, they need to prove to you, this is how they feel, they need to prove to you that they can be what you need without your help. And in all honesty, that's what you want anyway. So, just when this happens, when this person kind of takes a step back, just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Understand that they're dealing with whatever they need to deal with, and you can do your own thing, right? Because you've already created some really cool stuff for yourself. Just focus on you. And it looks like this person will catch up. but like for themselves, they have to do this without you. They have to figure this out without you so that they feel like they can come back and like look you in the face and tell you like, hey, this is what I figured out, this is what I did. Or maybe they won't tell you exactly what it was that they needed to take care of, but it's something that they're trying to figure out so that they can be 100% stable for you all the time, right? And if you intertwine your energy in that, it's gonna muck everything up in a way that it's actually just gonna push this person away. Like they need to prove to you that they can be what you need, and they need to do it by themselves. That's how they feel, right? So don't take this on. Don't feel frustrated or like you need to try to pursue or ask or worry, right? Just keep doing what you're doing. Let this person deal with their stuff because they will come back, right? Your job is to just not start like getting concerned and being like, oh my gosh, is it this? Did I say that? Is, do they care? Were they just playing? Like, just focus on something else. Focus on something you enjoy this month. All right, so these cards flew out when I was shuffling, so I put them to the side. It says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Forgiveness, stop focusing your energy on past events. For life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So I feel like your person is trying to do what feels right for the first time in their life. But, that's the hard part is like, when you check out of your life for so long and you let people run you or addictions run you or whatever this person has that they're trying to figure out, checking back into your life and fixing all that is really like hardcore difficult, right? Like think about the messes you made for yourself in your 20s, whether it was student loan debt or an eviction or whatever it was, right? Now, say you're in your 30s or your 40s and you're like, man, I'm trying to rebuild my credit. I'm trying to buy a house. Before I can even do these things, I have to go all the way back and fix everything I did way back in the day, right? It's a difficult thing. And that's what this person is doing. They're like, they were trying to show up for you, but then they realized like, man, I don't even have what I need in this moment to be what I want to be for Gemini. So I have to go back all the way back to the drawing board, right? I'm not even equipped to do this. And they don't actually want to ruin the chance that they feel like maybe they could have that one last chance. They don't want to blow it by not being prepared, right? So, I mean, I guess this is a positive reading. It feels like unfortunately you're gonna have to go through a bit of a storm or some uncertainty, but you will get what you need in the sense of like feeling validated or feeling like they understand what they did or they're trying to make amends. It just might take time because they're seeing how little they actually have to give you, and so they have to go figure that out, right? They can't have toxic people badgering them about your relationship or being mean to you, or they can't be walking around bummy, or you know what I'm saying? Like they just got to figure it out. You got secret admirers. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So, when this person gets quiet, it's not that they don't care, right? They are admiring you from a distance. Bottom of the deck, power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. I think that in you walking away from this person, you taught them a very valuable lesson of like, you can walk away from things that are toxic and you can walk toward what's best for you, even if you don't know what that'll look like, because you did that with this person, right? And so it's like finally hitting home. For you, it's just a matter of like, will it be too late? And if they're exhibiting behaviors that look like something you've seen in the past, even though it's different and you don't have much to go on, will you end up just getting into a space of not trusting this or feeling like you need to move around? And whatever you decide for you, of course, is always your prerogative. And I send you so much love and support, right? And you making the decisions that are best for you. All right, Gemini, this has been your August reading. Good luck with this. I will speak to you soon. In the meantime, you take very good care of yourself. Personal reading links are in the description box if you need one. And that is what I have for you. Bye.